I had a sale on eBay. It's over here in the closet. It is one of these pairs of jeans. Let me get it out and I'll tell you all about it. Hi, this is Dena with Left Lane Finds and welcome back to my channel. I am a part-time reseller. I sell on eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark. Two things I look for in jeans is the name, the designer. These are Miss Me jeans. Check out that back logo there and look at the design on the back pocket. Something like this in the racks would definitely catch my eye. I paid up for these jeans. I paid $9.99 for them and I sold them on eBay for $44, free shipping. The shipping's going to cost me roughly $8. I just love when this happens. I just listed up this Nippon Dragonware plate and it sold on Etsy for full price. This is a gray Dragonware plate with the maroon edge on it. They come in different colors. On the back of this one, it says, oh, let me see if I can get my camera to focus on that. Hand painted, and it also says Nippon, which means it was made back between 1891 and 1921. When it's raised like this, it's a moirage. These are more than just vintage. This is considered an antique because it's over 100 years old. I listed it up on eBay and cross-posted it to Etsy. I paid $1.99 for the plate and I sold it on Etsy for $23 plus shipping. I was drinking my coffee this morning. I saw that I had a sale on eBay. And next thing you know, I heard a cha-ching and I had an offer, which I accepted. And so now I have two sales on eBay. Both are in the closet here. The first one is over here in this baggie. I learned the hard time the last time I had to pull out something from this flatware and silverware bag. I couldn't remember where I put it, and for some reason I had put it in with my Christmas items, so now it stays on the shelf over there where I can see it. It took me forever to find it, but today it only took me a couple minutes. Let me get out what's sold and then I'll tell you all about it. Here is what's sold just in time for Thanksgiving. A serving fork and spoon. These are vintage. Look at the roses on the bottom. Let me turn that around so you can actually see it. Isn't that pretty? So, you're not going to be able to read the fine print on the back here, but it is William A. Rogers. Oh, you might be able to. Stainless steel. It's Oneida Limited, made in the USA. So I picked these up because they're 25 cents a piece. So I paid 50 cents for them and I sold them on eBay for $6.99 plus shipping. And let's go pick out the second item that sold on eBay this morning. And it is these sneakers right here. Why do I pull them out? They are so pretty. Look how beautiful these are. And they're my size, but I decided to list them and sell them. I could easily keep and have so many pairs of sneakers. I paid $4.99 for these Asics. Show you what it says in there. It says Noosa FF. So I paid $4.99 for these Asics and I sold them on eBay for $30 plus shipping. I had a sale on Etsy, and this is the first time I have had to come down into the basement to pull something off of my shelves down here. It's over in this box. This is a box of fragile dishes, so I'm not just going to pull this out one-handed. I will get out what I sold and I'll show you what it is. I'm going to bring it up to my emporium and tell you all about it. Oh, you can kind of see that color there. Oh, I can show you a little bit. This is not what's sold, but look at that pretty dish. So let me get out the item that did sell, and then I'll tell you how much I paid for it and what it sold for. Before I show you guys that gravy boat, today is Saturday, November 12th, and it is snowing here in Michigan. You can see the snow on the roof there. It's still coming down. It has been snowing for hours. It's not quite cold enough for it to really stick or accumulate, but you can see it a little bit there. Just wanted to give you guys a little weather update. Now back to the solds. Here is a better look at the gravy boat, and it comes with its underplate. It is just so pretty. It is a mint green. I never know if that's showing up well on the camera. And look at the flower pattern on there. Just love that. This is just so mid-century modern. It doesn't have a label on there. Let me see. Oh, here it is. Look at that. Even that looks really neat. Nobility Permaware. So I basically have a whole set of this, or a partial set, and I've been slowly selling it off in pieces. I put this up on my Etsy shop. I do cross-post all of my vintage to eBay as well. I paid $5.98 just for these two pieces. As I bought the set, it wasn't like one whole set for a set price. They had it as like so much for the plates, so much for the cups, so much for this. And so I paid $5.98 for this gravy bowl set. And I sold it on Etsy for $22.40. And the reason they got that price was that I was running a 20% off sale. I had listed it for $28 and they got it for the sale price. How am I going to ship that fragile gravy boat and plate? First, I fill the center of this with tissue paper. Wrap it in tissue paper, especially around the handle there. Wrap this with more tissue paper, and next comes the bubble wrap. When I wrap the bubble wrap, especially around like a gravy boat like that, I wrap it one way and then the other way. And a lot of times I leave the open ends like this. I want it so that it kind of squishes down and around when I put it in the box. I do the same thing here. I don't try to make the bubble wrap tight against the item. I found a box that is big enough for my two pieces, and I put pillows on the bottom, those puffy air pillows, and then I put the first piece in, then I put cushioning in between that piece and this top piece, stuffed paper in all around the corners and down in to fill up the spaces. I want it to be completely solid. Then I'm going to put more paper on top before I close the lid, and I'm going to make sure it doesn't shake around. I'm going to do the shake test, and then it's going off to the post office. Well, first I got to put a label on it, but you know what I mean. The next item that I sold on Etsy is over here in the closet. I'm going to have to look around a little bit. I think they are... Oh, nope, not there. I know they're in here somewhere. Let me look around, get them out, and then I'll show you what sold. Okay, so I didn't find them in that upstairs closet, and then I remembered I was bringing stuff back down to this closet, and I'm like, they would have been perfect for this area because I put them in this box, this nice box. So let me get them out, and I will show you what they are, how much I paid for them, and what did I sell them for. Look at this gorgeous set of vintage teacups and saucers. These are made in Portugal. The pattern is called Paprika. I have highlighted these multiple times on my YouTube channel. There's the bottom of it. It says Hearthstone Block Vista Allegra. And then you can see it says Portugal and Paprika on the bottom. I have just loved these. I was attracted to the color. Just like I was attracted to the color of those German dishes that were also with the red pattern where I sold the entire set to one person. I had these up on my Etsy shop. And this is a 12-piece set. There are 6 cups and 6 saucers. I paid $6.50 for the entire set, and I sold it on Etsy for $34.40 plus shipping. Lately, I've been running a lot of 20% off sales, and I'm going to tell you guys more about that in one of my reseller vlogs. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be an interesting subject because it is a strategy that is actually working. How do you go about shipping an entire set of dishes like this? The first thing I'm going to do is stuff each one of the teacups with tissue paper. I'm going to put padding, some sort of bubble wrap or some sort of cushioning between each one of these plates, but I'm going to wrap that up as one big stack of plates. Well, I'm going to add that one to that stack and put bubble wrap all around that. And then I'm going to bubble wrap each one of these cups, well, tissue paper and then bubble wrap, making sure to secure the handles. And then I will arrange them into a box in a way that they are not going to get crushed or hurt in shipping. I have that entire stack of plates all wrapped up, and I have the tissue paper in the centers, wrapped them up with more tissue paper, got to put bubble wrap around each one of the cups, and then I got to arrange them in a box that will fit all these pieces plus all the extra padding on the bottom, on the top, and around the sides of the box. It's time to go picking another order. This one is for eBay, and I know it's down here. Right there it is. Isn't she precious? Let's get her out. Let me bring it over to my filing cabinet, and then I'll tell you how much I paid for it and how much I sold it for. Isn't she just a beautiful little angel? She is made by Lefton, and there's a little tag on the bottom. I paid $2.99 for her, and I sold her on eBay for $16 plus shipping. Just in time for Christmas. She's a little planter. I've been getting a lot of sales on Etsy lately, and I have another one over here in the closet. So I put a lot of my mugs in here. They're kind of in different spots. Oh, there. That's the one I sold. Right there. Let me get it out, and then I'll tell you all about it. If you ever see this style pottery on the shelf, mugs and lots of other assorted items, it is going to be this pottery maker, Louisville stoneware. It's made in the USA. This has a steamboat on it. I paid 99 cents and sold it on Etsy for $14.40. That was because I was running a 20% off sale. And ironically, this is shipping back to Kentucky. I also had a sale on Poshmark. And most of my Poshmark clothing is in this bin, or at least the tops and things like that. You know, the bigger items are all hanging up here. So I have to dig it out. As you can see, things are starting to get on top of the bin. of jeans. Those are the jeans I listed up not that long ago. And like my baseball hats are right in here. But let me get the item out and I'll tell you how much I paid for it and what it sold for. This is the top that sold on Poshmark. It's called Produce Company is the brand. I just love, love, love this purple color. Let me put it up on a hanger because I gotta show you the sleeves on it. When I'm in the thrift store, I always look for unique pieces, and this caught my eye. I just love the shoulders on this, and then also it had like this drawstring at the bottom with the slit. I just thought that was so interesting looking. So I paid $2 for this top and I sold it on Poshmark for $15 plus shipping. Let's go pick an order in the closet over here. I had a sale on eBay and it happens to be in the boxes over here. Oh, I can see it. It's right there. Ooh, do you guys know what this is? Let me get it over to the filing cabinet. I'll tell you all about it, how much I paid for it, and what it sold for. This is Dragonware, and it is also an ashtray. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is where the cigarettes. You can put 4 separate cigarettes in here. That's a lot of smoking. But back in the day, smoking was all the rage and everybody had ashtrays in their houses. This is made in Japan. And I just recently sold another item of Dragonware, so this is ironic. Now this is the second time I have sold this particular piece. It was up on auction at one point and it got bid up and then the person didn't pay, so I had to put it back up on my eBay. So this is actually the second time I have sold it. This time I did it as a buy it now. I paid $2 for the ashtray and I sold it for $14 plus shipping. I had a sale on eBay and it is one of my Christmas items. Down here underneath, oh, if I pull this out, this is where I keep my Christmas items, or at least most of them. Let me get it out and I'll show you what sold. I found these 2 placemats at the bins, and when you buy things at the bins it goes by weight, and these do not weigh very much, which is why I put them in my cart. I set this up as an auction on eBay and I started getting bids on it, and there was multiple people bidding on it. I do believe they're vintage, couldn't quite date them though. I paid 44 cents for them at the bins and it got bidded up to $7.50 plus shipping on that eBay auction. Had a sale on eBay and it just happens to be this item. Let me get it over to the filing cabinet and I'll tell you more about it. This is a vintage fire station put out by Mervyn's. This is from 1997. It's part of their Village Square collection. I paid $4.99 for this and I sold it on eBay for $30 plus shipping. I did a lot of videos, some shorts and things like that, showing this what it looked like on all different angles. So Mervyn's, along with Department 56, is another name to be on the lookout. This is definitely a bolo. It's time to pick an order for eBay. I sold a pair of jeans and they're either going to be in here or in here. Here are the jeans that I sold. I just love this detailing on the pocket. I bought them at a Goodwill for $4.95 and I sold them on eBay for $19.99 plus shipping. When I'm going through the racks and I see detailing like this, I always look to see what the brand is. This is actually a pair of Michael Kors, and because it's so unique, that's why I picked them up. I also had a sale on Etsy, and it is over here in the closet. I moved my baseball hats out of the way and pulled out the Christmas box. I am so glad to see Christmas items going. I sold a vintage plate. I just got to get it out, and then I'll show you what it is, how much I paid for it, and how much I sold it for. Okay, I checked through that entire Christmas box, and the item I'm looking for is not in there. So let's go to the cupboard here. Aha, I can already see it. It is right there. Let me get it out for you. This is such an adorable plate with Santa, his sack of toys. Got a nice sprig of spruce there with the holly berries in it. And he is ice skating. This plate is dated 1994. Not sure if you can see that on there. It says it right on the back, 1994, and it was made in Japan. It still has its sticker. I paid $1.50 for this plate, and I sold it on Etsy. I have been running those 20% off sales. I had it listed up for $17. They got the 20% off, so they paid $13.60 plus shipping. Thank you for watching. Please put any comments or questions down below. I love reading your comments. Also, please subscribe to my channel, Left Lane Finds. And if you haven't checked out my second channel, please check that out. That is a completely different channel. It's not about reselling at all. It's all about my travels. It's about, you know, gardening and our Jack Russell Terrier or any other puppy dogs or animals that I come across. It's just all kinds of adventures. It's called Start with Coffee Adventures. So please check that channel out. There'll be a link down below for that channel. And please subscribe to both channels, and I will catch you guys later.